Okay, you guys, listen up. People pay good money to see this movie. When they go out to a theater, they want cold sodas, hot popcorn, and no monsters in the projection booth. Do I have to come up there myself? Do you think the Grimsters can stand up to the Hulkster? Well, if I were you, I'd run the rest of Gremlins too, right now. Sorry, folks. It won't happen again.
Alright, we're rolling. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm Noel and Dick. Welcome to Movie Goblins. I'm Noel and Dick. Merry fucking Christmas.
I'm Ben.
And a Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Ben, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
I thought you were going to start like a Christmas Carol or like a Merry Christmas, Movie Goblins. Or
why the fuck wouldn't it be?
Merry Christmas, YouTube. Merry Christmas,
Merry
Spotify.
Christmas. Merry
Spotify.
Christmas, Spotify. Merry Christmas, Emporium.
Merry Christmas.
How you doing, Ben? Now the finals are over.
We're done. We've did it. We're not dead yet.
Hell yeah. It's not an episode without... There we go.
Without the peeps.
Without the peeps ears.
We want a sponsorship.
We want a sponsorship. Damn it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we watched in honor of the Yuletide holiday.
Welcome to the Movie Goblins Holiday Special.
Yes, where spoilers are always on the table, even for the Christmas classics. Which because it makes sense because like everybody knows what happens. So
I mean, I didn't for our first movie.
Oh really? For Die Hard?
I didn't know anything.
Yeah,
about
that's true. That's true. Just for this Yuletide cheer, this Yule log holiday season, we decided to watch 3
Christmas classics.
Christmas classics.
Yes.
All classics in their own right. We watched a Christmas action movie,
Yes.
a Christmas horror comedy,
Yes.
and a straight up Christmas movie.
Well, the last
the last third of it takes place during Christmas, but you know it's gonna go down in history as a Christmas movie. You know,
it is. I would say the greatest Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
I
wouldn't argue with that. You know, I disagree.
well,
I wouldn't argue with it.
You're gonna, because we need content, so you gotta argue with me. Even if you agree, you gotta lie about your.
I disagree with that statement.
Oh my god. All right.
But yeah, our first movie was Die Hard.
Yes.
John McTiernan's Die Hard, starring
Yes.
Bruce Willis and Alan Rickman.
Yes.
And because you had some like precedent with like some
This
like
is one of
false
those,
pretenses about this movie.
I mean, it's one of those like it's so famous that like it's been parodied. It's been like I knew Yippee Ki-Yay, motherfucker. I knew the tape thing when I like at first I didn't, but like I know the like putting his hands behind his head.
It's like you got me.
You got me. Or actually, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know the image of him like jumping off the roof and he's like exploding and like
Drama, motherfucker.
yeah. I know the actual like hallmarks, but I don't know the actual like.
Yeah.
I didn't know the actual like. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Die Hard came out in a time of like a glut of like 80s action movies with like Chuck Norris and Schwarzenegger, like canon films type stuff.
Yep.
This just it stood out not because like it like just like did anything like particularly new, because of the fact that it just did what it did so goddamn well. You know,
Right.
It's like there's 3 movies. I was thinking about this. There's 3 movies I think of that are like the trifecta of like 80s action perfection.
Okay.
Aliens,
Right.
RoboCop,
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah.
and Die Hard.
Okay.
So that's like the three big ones for me, and they came out like one after the other,
Right.
year after year. Yeah, in the late 80s.
Did they?
Yep, 86, 87, 88.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wait. Was Aliens 86?
Yep.
That was the year it stole the Oscar from Hill Shop of Horrors.
Oh really? For like special effects?
Yeah. I like Aliens, but I can still tell it's a puppet. In Little Shop of Horrors, I can't. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Damn you, Academy.
Damn you, Academy. I don't know. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, they don't. So yeah, why did you pick Die Hard?
I picked Die Hard because it's my favorite Christmas movie. That or Black Christmas. It's those two. It's a toss up between those two.
I'm not surprised by that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It seems like a me type of movie, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was like, he's either gonna pick Black Christmas. I was surprised you didn't do Black Christmas for your second pick.
I was just like, I want to do something 80s to go along with Die Hard.
Okay.
That's the main reason.
Okay, and Gremlins is
84.
Damn.
Yeah. June. Get this. June of '84. It came out.
Nah, whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's fine.
All those movies always took place on.
Die Hard came out in like July 20th,
Yeah,
of
it's like,
1988.
if it's a big movie, it comes out during the summer.
Yeah,
Including Halloween H2O.
which came out in August.
It's like,
dude, Halloween Resurrection has that beat. It came out in July. That's fucking stupid, isn't it?
yeah, there's nothing I want to do more in summer than see a Halloween movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
But we're not talking about Halloween.
We're talking about Christmas. Damn it!
Stop trying to infect your love of Halloween in our podcast, Noah. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to make everything about Halloween. Ooh wee.
We didn't have a Halloween episode. We didn't have one. I'm sorry.
Well, blame the corporations for that.
That's true.
So Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Christmas. Like I've had.
It is a Christmas movie.
People always say that, and before I saw it, I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of those like someone says "Merry Christmas" once, or like, there's gonna be a tree in the background, and it's gonna be nothing to do with Christmas. It's like a joke, kind of like
like a
they're
joke.
like, no, it's a Christmas movie. It is absolutely without a doubt. Like the score has Christmas carols.
Yes,
in
it does. Yeah. It's like, come on.
Even Bruce Willis said it's not a Christmas movie. He's like, what?
What? And the cinematographer Jean de Bont said it wasn't a Christmas movie. Like, what? Are you?
Then why do you put so much Christmas shit in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
why is it such an integral part of the story? It's not like
the bad guys break into the vault and say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's like
it has just as much to do with Christmas as It's a Wonderful Life. I feel like the reason that people don't like to consider Die Hard a Christmas movie because
it's an action movie.
Yeah, it doesn't like stand by those like old fashioned like Yuletide values.
It's about family.
It's about family. It's about getting together. It's about reconnecting with your loved ones.
Absolutely. And killing terrorists. Like what's more Christmassy than? Oh my goodness! Than killing terrorists.
Exactly. And making Hans Gruber drop 30 stories from a building.
All right. Would you like to explain the plot to anyone?
So yeah, Bruce Willis plays John McClane, who's a New York cop who's traveled across from one end of the country to one side, from the East Coast to the West Coast in L.A. He flew there to meet up with his wife, who had who has advancements in career opportunities, so it led her to L.A. And that leads him to her place of work, Nakatomi Plaza. Basically, they're having a Christmas party to wrap up the new year because they're like big corporation type yuppies and business people, But the people who crash the party are, I put quote, initially like you believe they're terrorists.
Yeah.
Who hijack the building and lock it down, and pretty much really it ends up being that they really just want like the like 600, I believe the $640 million that they have in bearer bond. I want the $640 million in bearer bonds in your vault and the key code.
$1 million.
$1 million. It's a great setup because it's just like, well, for one, John McClane is isolated from the rest of the group. He's on his own.
Yeah.
And he has to take out 12 guys. What's great about this is like Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, like Commando.
Right.
He just fires in a general direction, and he will end up hitting every target he aims at.
John McClane's a fuck up.
Yeah, in terms of his marriage and like his attitudes, and he's flawed. He's an everyman.
Yes. And
the fact that there's like you can like almost count all the bad guys on two hands, with two extra,
There's 8, right?
There's 12.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Okay.
So the fact that he has to you can tally down
12 Days of Christmas.
Oh shit! You can kind of tally down how many okay, he's got that guy down. It's whittling them down.
Yeah.
And it's about like you said, it's like a Tom and Jerry kind of cartoon where it's a game of cat and mouse where there's points where he's taking one guy out, but then the next minute he's running for his life.
Yeah, with no shoes.
Yeah, with no shoes, which plays a part in the whole someone opened a window. Him having to pretty much walk on glass, which fucks his feet up.
Right.
and that ended up even disempowering him even more, even further. I was telling you about this. I love the fact that each scene, there's actually something going on within each scene.
Right.
There's a constant plot progression. It's not saying it's a bad thing if it doesn't happen with an action movie. It kind of is almost necessary.
Right.
Because there needs to be something constantly happening, new information given, setups and payoffs. Like the whole thing where, like, in the very first scene where John's on the airplane getting off, he's talking with the business guy who's like, hey, make balls with your feet. You know, it helps with anxiety with airplanes and stuff. And he takes his shoes off to make balls with his feet. And that's why... It's because of that guy giving him that advice that he has no shoes on for the rest of the movie. Instead, he's trying to take out these terrorists.
He gets a terrorist shoes, and he's like, "Great, the one terrorist I get is the guy who has
who has shoes smaller than whose feet smaller than my sister."
yeah. I John McClane. I all I knew about the Die Hard series is Yippee Ki-Yay, jumping from an explosion. Kind of a Christmas movie, and he wears a sign that says the N-word in the third film. That's all I knew. That's all. That's literally everything I know about Die Hard. Oh, and also that there's too many of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a travesty. There should have just been like one or two. The second one wasn't that good. Right. I've yet to see the third one. I've heard that's pretty good though.
I mean, Sam Jackson's
the fourth and fifth one. Fourth and fifth. I've seen clips and bits and pieces of the fourth one. It's pretty bad.
Is the fourth one the newest one?
No, that was so the fourth one was Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and then the fifth one...
It's like the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, just call it part 3.
I was watching...
part 4.
I first watched this movie when I was 18 years old. Wow. I believe it was December... Well, it was December of 2019. And the UW Cinematheque had was doing a 35mm presentation of the movie. So I went to see that with my dad. And it was amazing. The sound design was amazing. One of the best things about the movie is the sound.
Yes,
is it's so good that it spoils you as an audience member. Because I remember watching this with my family, and then right after we started watching Lethal Weapon, I just couldn't do it because it just didn't sound as good.
I tried watching Lethal Weapon, but the music is what kind of like okay.
Oh, the saxophone stuff.
Saxophone is hard for me to get into. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you didn't really like the soundtrack to Taxi Driver.
No,
either.
I don't.
That's fine. But
I mean, I like it's just the main theme. But yeah, Die Hard. I thought Die Hard looked gorgeous.
But it looks really good. I looked up the cinematographer Jean Debant, and he also did a movie that looks very similar, Basic Instinct, which neither of us are big fans of.
No,
it's been a while. I have to revisit at some point.
A lot of angry sex in that movie, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
I forget what else he did, but just in particular that. God damn it! I'm trying to hold on. Let me look this up because that's gonna bother me now.
No, it's okay. But yeah, while you're doing that, I just want to say, first of all, I love Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman is an amazing foil for John McClane.
I kind of wish he didn't die so he could appear in the next movie. Or something.
Yeah, exactly. He was like Mr. McClane,
or it's just my favorite scene in the film is when he first sends the first terrorist down after he killed him.
Yeah,
it's like I got a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho.
That's actually a good impression.
Thank you.
But
sometimes I'll walk around the house and I'll just be like during like Christmas time or any other time I'll just be like, where are my detonators? And my dad will just be like, yeah.
Yeah, I like McClane's kind of fuck it attitude.
Yeah.
Where it's
he even says fuck it at one point.
He throws C4 and a bunch of shit down in the elevator shaft. He's like, fuck it. And I love his buddy outside, the cop buddy he meets.
Al Powell, yeah.
He throws the body out the window.
Yeah. Let it snow.
Yeah. And I love how every cop in this movie, except for John McClane and his buddy, are just evil.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what do you mean? Yeah, that could be one of the terrorists.
He's just trying to play things by the book, but it's doing it.
He's an
asshole. He's a selfish.
Everyone's an asshole.
He's not doing it valiantly. He's doing it out of like ego.
Yeah, or the FBI guys, where it's like, we could lose 24% of the hostages. Whatever.
I can live with that.
It's like
it's like fucking Saigon.
And then there's
I was in junior high, dickhead.
And then there's Peck.
Peck Walton. Yeah, Peck.
Who reveals that John McClane's wife is in the building.
Uh-huh. Oh my god. There's an actor in that, he was before I move on, whatever, so Jean de Bont did, Speed, and Speed 2, Cruise Control.
I love it.
Yeah, and he also did Twister.
I didn't see it.
But there's, one member of the cast
in Die Hard,
who was in the Goonies and Licensed to Kill.
Oh, that was the guy, that was Johnson.
Yep, Johnson. Like, he was one of the Johnson agents.
Yeah, that was the white guy, Johnson.
Robert Davi.
Okay.
I fucking love this guy.
Oh.
He's awesome.
Cool.
And he's got like a guy with like the kind of like what keloid scarring on his face. What is that? Like what is that called? Where it's got acne scars, you know?
Oh.
No, you can tell there's like scar tissue on his face, you know, from like acne.
I know what you're talking. I don't know
it's like
called.
it makes him memorable,
right?
At least,
yes.
It's like I don't know why I brought that up, but it's just a unique character. It's a unique
gives him a look.
facial feature. It gives him a chiseled, gruff look.
Yes,
you know, which is probably why he's gotten certain roles he's played. Yeah. You know, in his performance ability because he's hilarious. In,
he's
the
great.
Goonies.
Both the Johnsons are great. I did not feel bad when they died.
We're gonna need some more FBI guys, huh? I was about to mention that I'm bringing it back to the screen I saw. Mm-hmm. After the credits rolled and it was all over. Yep. They had a trailer attached for Die Hard 2. Oh, and it was hilarious because it was just like
in a good way or a bad way.
In both.
Oh,
because it was just like it was John McClane, just like he is back. And it's like John like running up to the camera and being like, "How can this happen to the same guy twice?"
Is it really say that?
Yeah, Die Hard 2. Die Harder.
Jesus Christ!
It's so bad.
That's like a skit on SNL.
Exactly. It feels like something that like does not exist.
John Wick 2. Wick harder.
Wick harder.
Wick off.
Wick off.
Yeah, wick off. Yeah. Yeah. I love. There's some like. There's also the douchey guy who wants to bang his wife.
Oh yeah, Ellis.
Yeah, who kind of helps.
John Boy.
Who kind of helps.
Sort of. I do like how it's like we have a very special friend who wants to talk to. He's like, oh god, it's my wife. It's just, hey, John Boy. It's just like the look of confusion on his face where he's like, what? Ellis? It's great.
I mean, at least to Ellis's credit, he didn't sell out the wife.
Yeah, that's true.
But
other than that, he was just a dick.
It was
I do like how like he was like hitting like taking like lines of coke in the office, and he's like, hey, how's it going, John? Miss some.
There's some more snow.
Yeah, there's just
white powder.
Snow. We were talking about this where it's like I never noticed this before, but like because the building basically like blows up
several times.
Yeah, and so this paper's flying down, either the bearer bonds or like just paper in general, or both. Yeah, and it technically means it's in LA, so it doesn't. It's snowing.
Yeah,
it's snowing in the movie. It's so a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie. It's snowing paper. Come on.
Yeah.
There's been arguments that this Chuck Norris movie called Invasion USA is a Christmas movie. And I can't argue against that.
The only Chuck Norris movie I've seen is the one where it's like Michael Myers.
Oh, yeah, Silent Rage.
Yeah, that's the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's a good one, yeah.
But
my dad keeps asking me to watch Lone Wolf McQuade with them. I was like,
why not?
Sure. Well, I mean, like he loves like one particular movie about like one particular movie like with any subset of like actors, you know. Mm-hmm. Where he's like, I won't. To be fair, it's been a while since I've seen it, so he's seen it, so I'll watch Lone Wolf McQuade with him.
Do it with him.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, John McClane is my favorite action hero.
Oh yeah.
Not that I'm not a huge like 80s action guy. Like,
I'm not a big one either, but
because like with Aliens and like RoboCop, that's different. That's more like science fiction commentary kind of stuff.
That's satire, yeah.
Yeah, but with like Commando or Rambo. Yeah. The First Blood is pretty alright.
First Blood's good.
It's got something to say.
I wasn't a huge fan of the second one or the third one.
I think I've only seen the first one. It's like,
that's all you need to watch.
Yeah, it's like when you lose like the heart of the movie, which is Rambo having severe PTSD and everyone hating him for no reason, it's like, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Aside from hearing him,
it gives a sense of vulnerability to the character.
Yeah, like you feel bad for him, but this one, it all like the McClane. Here's something. So quipping,
yeah,
it's weird because like modern quipping has gotten old.
Oh yeah,
it's like, well, I didn't see that coming. Can you
believe this?
Yeah, it's like, but why does it work in Die Hard? Like what's the secret gooey sauce for quipping?
I think it's just like the way certain things are written and the way they're delivered.
Yeah.
If either of those are imbalanced, it would be fucking terrible.
It's not even like modern quipping's bad; it's just overused. But it's like, so I thought it'd be like, oh, he's gonna quip.
I think it's used a little bit sparingly.
Yeah,
a little bit.
John McClane doesn't do that
space
for everything.
Between things. Yeah, he's like serious enough about the situation where where he's like, glass. Who gives a shit about glass?
Or the part where because modern quipping. So there's a scene where he's in the bathroom pulling glass out of his foot.
Yeah.
Modern quipping be like, oh, I haven't done this since last summer, man, or some shit.
Yeah,
like
it sounds like you mentioned this. It sounds like he's in actual agony as he's pulling the glass.
Oh
out
yeah,
of his
it's
feet.
like, oh my god, why'd you shoot the kid? Oh, or whatever. Like,
Al Powell's origin story about like how he shot a kid. Yeah.
But yeah, that's. I don't know. John McClane feels. I don't want to say a real person because he feels like an action.
He's definitely an action movie star. Yeah,
he's like a little. He's like a
more ground. Going by movie logic, he's grounded.
He's a grounded Ash.
Yeah,
from Evil.
Yeah,
Evil
that's
Dead
a good
2,
way of putting it.
Where it's like he'll call you a dumb bitch, but like he's not gonna be like.
He's not gonna make. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Like Bruce Campbell just like mugs for the camera. Yeah.
Like I feel like John McClane's hiding his fear with his his jokes.
Yeah, he's hiding his vulnerability with the guise of being a hardened New York cop.
Because when he's talking to, is it Alvin? I keep forgetting the
Al Powell.
Al.
Yeah, he calls him Pal.
Where he's like, by the way, if I don't make it, tell him, like that whole part where he's telling my wife
that's him
about
being vulnerable. Yeah,
like he's sweating, he's gross, he's like
he thinks he's gonna die. It's like he thinks for that in that like moment of like talking about his wife.
Yeah,
he's not gonna make. He thinks he's not gonna make it out of that building alive. He's giving up a little bit of hope.
Yeah. What did you think of the whole wife thing? Like in terms of like how they handled it?
I think they handled it very well. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's just like she can hold her own.
Yeah.
And she's not pretty much gonna be put. Well, it's like she obviously is at a disadvantage because they have fucking guns.
Yeah, she's a hostage.
She's a hostage, but she's not completely like she stays strong in the situation. I like that.
There's a great scene where she goes to talk to the main bad guy. He's like, "But there's a pregnant woman. Can we have a sofa? And also, can we go to the bathroom so we don't shit ourselves or whatever?"
Yeah, exactly.
Where he's like, "Okay, fair enough."
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I feel like
she's able to like she talks back to Hans Gruber too. So
she's like, "So you're just a thief? Since
I'm an exceptional thief,
and since I've just been promoted to kidnapper, you don't want to test me or whatever you say.
You should be more. You should be
more gracious or
no. You should be more. What the fuck? What do you say? And since I'm going up to kidnapping, you should be more polite. There we go.
Something like that.
Yeah.
There's also the great side character with the limo driver, who's like
Argyle. Don't you have any Christmas music? Man, this is Christmas music.
Or he like the whole movie. He's in the parking garage. Mm-hmm. First of all, what if he needs to take a shit? That's what. Or like he's in there for like hours.
Yeah, he is in there for hours. He's in there for the long run.
Yeah, he's like and because I thought so. There's a scene where like he finally figures out what's happening.
Yeah,
like oh my god, because of the radio or something. And like he hears. Yeah. He hears on the radio where like John McClane talks back to the.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be like, hell yeah, John McClane, you can like I thought he was gonna give away.
Oh really?
His real name on the radio. I was like, oh shit, is that why? It's like no, he just stops the other guy. He punches him in the face.
Yeah, Theo. Who's your favorite like henchman of Hans Gruber?
Oh man, not including Hans Gruber.
Not including Hans Gruber.
Yeah, that'd be too easy to be Hans Gruber. Probably the hacker guy.
I love Theo. Yeah,
he's
you bet your ass I wish to proceed. My second favorite is the Asian dude who like grabs like the Crunch bar. From, like the,
it's a very diverse group of terrorists.
Yes, it is.
Very diverse.
It's like Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah, it's like they're European. Oh no, there's an Asian guy. It's like, well, they're not even terrorists. They're just thieves.
There's thieves. Yeah.
What is like? Does terrorism just count as?
I guess it's like kind of like it's in the name of a cause.
Oh yeah, because he pretends because he's like, I want these prisoners released, and he names off a bunch of like, I read that in Forbes.
Yeah, I read them in the Asian Dawn. I read about them in Time magazine.
Yeah, where he's like he's just distracted, and then the final idea where like he's gonna fake his death by blowing up the top of the building.
Yeah. Which is a great set piece by the way.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing.
Which Alvin Klein's like, get off the
fuck you, and I think he's a terrorist. Yeah,
he's like, I'm on your side, you dumb fucks, or whatever he's. Yeah, I'm surprised it got this big of a budget. That's what I like, because usually, maybe this is just modern Hollywood talking, where it's like it needs to be based. It is based on a novel,
loosely, yeah.
But like, hey, can we make a movie with this guy who's known for a TV show, and to blow a bunch of shit up? So okay.
I think it was just different times, yeah.
Yeah, it was the 80s. It was the magic. This was 88. 88. Okay.
July 88.
That was just like, okay.
Fuck it.
Exactly. It's not what I expected it to be. Like, the plot, I thought it was going to be totally different. Like, I thought, because I told you this, because in my head, like, he sees his wife, they get into an argument. I thought he was going to leave. And like he goes into the limo, like, drive me to my friend's house I'm staying at, or whatever. And like he hears on the radio, it's like, we got a situation at the building here. We got terrorists and one's Snape from Harry Potter. Can we have some backup, please? And be like, oh shit, turn this car around.
Yeah, just be like one of those. Yeah,
he's gonna like break open the door with his foot. He's gonna like climb up like Spider-Man or some shit. But no, he's just stuck. The whole time.
He's fighting for his fucking life.
He's like. He's on the floor, like 2 floors above. He's like, what do I do? Think. What do I do? And there's a part where like he's like, he looks over, there's like a woman changing. I thought he was going to shoot at her. It's like, because like she would call the cops like someone's shooting at me. And then that would get them to see the terrorists. No, he's just I guess he was just looking at her changing, I guess. Like, he hasn't come back.
I like the part where he's he looks at like the pinup girls.
Or he's like, girls. Like, you know. Or I'm trying to remember. A lot of shit happens in that movie. It's kind of a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, it is. But like not in the sense where it's like it doesn't count as like good filmmaking, you know.
It's just like
no. That's what I'm saying. Is like when people like refer to a movie as like a roller coaster ride, it's like that's all it is, you know. But the film just is just exhilarating, and it's just good filmmaking. It's not trying to say much, but it's just like
have I heard that said. A type of movie is like a roller coaster. I can't think of like some sort of famous filmmaker. I'm trying to think of the name.
Oh god damn it,
Barton Bobasi or something like that.
I'm just trying to make a point that like
I know what you mean.
Movies can be tantamount to only being theme parks, but it's like Die Hard is a roller coaster ride of a movie.
Yeah, it's what I imagine someone says a blockbuster.
Yeah,
like
is the top regard of that.
Yes, it is. I will say the funniest part about watching the film, not the actual movie itself, is toward the end, he sees the tape, and you say, "Oh, the tape." I was like, "The fuck's tape gonna do?" Like, what? Who cares? His wife's probably get shot in the face. And then the moment he put his hands behind your head, it's like, "Oh, it's the fake." Yeah, I know that move.
Happy trails, Hans.
Or the part where like. Spoiler alert, Hans Gruber dies.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a spoiler. But when, like, his wife's holding on to him, I thought she was trying to save him. Like, hold on. And then he jumps over and, like, he's grabbing her hand or whatever. I thought he was trying to make her let go so he falls and dies. But no, he's holding on to her Rolex.
Yep.
And he just unbuckles the Rolex. And
that can be its own little subtext message where it's, like, her, like... Alice, like, well, I like that, like, where Alice gives her the watch and it almost makes her die. You know, it's funny.
Yeah, I mean...
Even in death, he's an asshole, you know? I love that.
Wasn't that the boss who gave that to her?
No, it was Ellis.
Oh, was it Ellis?
Yep.
Damn, that guy was a rich asshole. But So we talked about this a little bit, but is there like a subtext about women shouldn't work?
Well, I mean, I guess you can make that argument, but I don't see it.
I think it's more about McClane, because like
It's
McClane
more about
even
McClane,
admits
yeah.
about like, I should have been more supportive.
Yeah, exactly. He says like he should have been more supportive about things.
Yeah. I
So
think it's
that
the
was
fact.
him admitting his faults. You know?
Yeah, I think. I also there's obviously they're going through marital troubles, so she starts using her maiden name again.
Yeah.
What I like about that is that kind of saves her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if she kept
that plays its part in the movie. I love that. Where
It's
it's like they don't find out immediately. You know?
Yeah,
I
it's
love
like,
that.
Well, I mean, obviously they don't know McClane's name until later, but like it's
Well,
not an
but,
immediate like
when they find out his name, they still don't know.
yeah,
because
because her name.
This movie's great. I love this movie because
It's one of those like
every part of the movie plays a key component in its in its structure. You know,
everything comes back to something.
everything comes back to something. Yeah,
that's called a movie.
that's called a movie.
That's called
Where every working part has a purpose. Oh my god.
how very strange. So, what would you rate Die Hard?
I'd rate it for an exhilarating action piece. 5 stars.
Nice. I gave it a 4.
Nice, that's good.
Just because, like, at the so there's a part of the film where like McClane's just hanging out, like he's hiding out to wait for the cops to do something. That part felt a little slow.
Okay.
Kind of like, okay, moves along, and like I thought the wife should have a little more screen time.
Okay.
But aside from that, not much wrong with it.
Yeah.
So check it out. I'm sure you've never heard of it before. Die Harder, Part 6, The Dieting.
It's a great Kendrick Lamar song.
Is that an actual Die Hard?
There's a song on his newest album called Die Hard.
Nice.
So yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to our next movie, Gremlins. Joe Dante.
Joe the man Dante.
What's your experience with this movie like?
I always loved this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it first when I was like 13, 12 maybe.
Okay.
I remember hearing Gremlins. I remember, as you know, as our 3 fans also know, I often go down rabbit holes.
Yep.
I did that with Gremlins, and I learned a lot of behind the scenes shit. There's even, have you seen that documentary that came out like recently, where it's just like behind the scenes footage of the Mogwai puppets?
No, I have not.
Good luck finding it. It's playing in like one theater in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, jeez.
And you can't stream it, can't find it anywhere.
That's how I feel about I'm trying to get my hands on the Enter the Clones of Bruce Lee. Where that documentary that hasn't been out on streaming yet.
Yeah, but it was it's like the guy who made the puppets has a bunch of like home video and just made like a compilation.
Nice.
And I guess a copyright or something is like
doesn't allow for it to be distributed.
I don't know, like, and don't sell it to Warner Brothers or they're gonna write it off as a tax.
Oh, they're gonna shelve it. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I remember like it was written by Chris Columbus, who you know.
Oh yeah, he wrote that.
Yeah, he wrote.
Oh,
Gremlins.
I didn't see him in the credits. Wow.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
Like he wrote it just as a spec script.
And the story was by Steven Spielberg, right? Or
no.
I'm thinking of Goonies. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chris Columbus wrote it, and it somehow got to Spielberg. I don't know, and he loved it. He was like, "Buy this immediately." And Chris Columbus, you know, for the first 2 Harry Potters, he almost made a Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he almost directed that. But what else?
Didn't Chris Columbus also direct the first Home Alone? Or was that... I know it was written by John Hughes, but...
I think that was John Hughes.
That was John Hughes? Okay.
Let
me look it up with the internet.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
You know what? I think he did direct the first
It's a toss-up. Let me check.
But yeah...
Chris Columbus, yep.
Yep. But, yeah, I mean, it was one of those just like he had an idea and he wrote it.
Yeah.
And then I know... So there's a scene where Billy is walking to work and we see the cue, like A Boy's Life and Watch the Skies. So there's a great YouTuber named Mr. Udru, URDU, I think.
Okay.
And he did a video on like the canceled sequel to Close Encounters.
Okay.
You talk about how 3 Spielberg films took aspects from that unused script and put it in.
Oh yeah, the sequel to Close Encounters became like, it became 3 different movies. It became Poltergeist.
Yep.
E.T. and then Gremlins.
Yeah,
Wow.
Gremlins took. So like in that sequel, like there's aliens that come down to like attack a farmhouse, and like the leader was gonna be like Scar,
Okay.
which became Stripe.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
leader is the leader of the bad guy creatures, but Gremlins is one of those like, how did this get made for me?
Yeah, it feels like that. Where it's like there's such a even though there's like nods to like B movies and like older films. How the fuck is it a movie this original like
Spielberg.
exists? How is it? Yeah,
That's
it's like
the
there's
answer.
no pre-existing property. They came up with the Gremlins. They came up with a whole new monster.
I mean, the Gremlins aren't a new thing.
Well, no, but like the design, I mean.
Yeah. Like, because like in the Twilight Zone episode with William Shatner.
Well, yeah, I know that, but like
Yeah.
I know the term gremlin is like,
But like the idea of like them being like little reptile.
They made their whole. They created their own creature with its own like system.
Yeah.
As flawed as it is, and that we'll get to that. But that's the whole
thing with snow.
The whole joke, like the whole thing is like it multiplies with water.
Yeah.
Don't feed the mogwai after midnight. But like the thing is, it's like those things are destined to fail because they're so stupidly regimented. They don't make any sense.
To me,
but that's what makes it fun, though.
To me, the whole like after midnight, I always imagine it was like midnight to 1, like that small stretch.
That small window of time.
Yeah, like when the new day is starting. But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
it's just a good movie, and
it's
like
just a great movie. Yeah,
or even like
it's not concerned with those things.
The biggest thing I always like, how do they do it? Is they got Snow White.
Yeah,
it's like this is like a Warner Brothers movie. That's the most Disney that has ever Disneyed. Like, because like Disney turned down E.T. because they thought it wouldn't make any money.
Really?
Which is hilarious. But like, I guess they just probably just paid the rights for it. But it's one of those like, I don't know. It's I mean, I love the score. The score is one of my favorites of all time.
It's really good. Yeah. The score is by Jerry Goldsmith, who I looked up. He did the score for Alien and Planet of the Apes. And some other stuff. Yeah.
The first one.
The first one. Yeah.
Oh, I know his last film.
Which one?
Looney Tunes Back in Action.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. He's a Joe Dante man till the end.
Yeah. I love the music. I love his dad. I love the dad.
Yeah, Rand Peltzer.
I feel bad for him.
Nobody got a story like this one. Nobody.
And like we talked about. So he's an inventor because of course he is.
Who just makes like the dumbest inventions.
Well, they're not dumb. They're just not good.
The bathroom buddy.
Like if I had that orange juice making machine, I'd use it every day.
If it worked.
Yeah. Like, are you kidding? I can just make squeezed orange juice. I don't have to buy any more cartons. Hell yeah.
Can we talk about like the logic of like when people discover like this new speed? No, I don't. Like, it's not a flaw. It's by design,
Right.
But like the whole tone of the movie is like, oh, look at this new species that science doesn't know exists yet. It's my pet now. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I love how Billy's reaction to this new species that multiplies with water is to bring it to the school science teacher. I love that.
I love the reaction to the young kid who hangs out with him.
Like, Corey Feldman.
He's like, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. He's looking at
He's looking at like 3D comics. He's like, yeah, it's really cool.
Like, bitch, you just saw like a demon.
Yeah.
Like, this bitch is squirting out little balls, and you're just like, oh, neat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool. It's like, and I like just the weird science teacher. He's weird.
Yeah. Little blood test.
Little blood. He's like, I was like, see, and like the blood is orange. I was like, this is weird.
I saw this movie when I was how I got my hands on it. First of all, I actually, you ever heard of this? Like this, there's like a thing on like this Batman VHS thing where like the opening like previews. It was like, be afraid.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
Be very afraid. Brett and I love this shit. We're like, be very, 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 very afraid. And it's like,
I know
got,
it said that many berries.
It's got like Beetlejuice. It's like previewing like their Halloween lineup.
And one's Gremlins.
Yeah, one's Gremlins, which is a Christmas movie.
But
yeah, whatever. It's fine. Whatever. they didn't know what they were doing. But like Beetlejuice, Gremlins, some Scooby-Doo stuff.
Yep.
Goonies.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
But like that's how I saw the first frames I had ever seen of Gremlins. I was like, what is this movie?
I think I saw the second one first.
Hmm.
Did I? Yeah, this is wild. I mean, I haven't really thought, but like, you haven't seen the second one, which I'm very sorry about.
I always saw in Mount Horror we had before video rental stores became obsolete. R.I.P. We had a movie gallery, and I would always see. Here's the 3 ones that stuck in my mind. Oh no, 4 ones in the horror section. There was the Descent, Child's Play, and Evil Dead, and somewhere in another section, probably like the family section or something, was Gremlins 2,
the new
batch. Yeah. And so I was like, it happened again. Basically, I just never got around to it. I never got around to watching.
That's one of the, because I know Joe Dante didn't want to make it because he's like, the Gremlins were a pain in the ass to work with on the first one. They never worked. I'm moving on. It's fine.
It was like the Shark and Jaws, basically.
Yeah, but several of them.
Yeah.
And like he's like, I'm moving on.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, they tried to get other people to work on it, and no one could do it aside from just making the same movie again. It's like, hey, Joe Dante, come back. Do whatever you want. That's literally like carte blanche. Like, fuck it. And that man, did he ever say fuck it? Like, it's the best.
Joe Dante was like John McClane sticking the pins in the C4.
That's exactly
fuck it.
You could say Die Hard and Gremlins 2 have a similarity in that they take place in big office buildings. Yeah, but like the second one is
true.
Fucking insane. It's got Christopher Lee in it.
Yeah. I like the whole Grandpa Munster parody.
Yep.
Attack of the octopus people.
And
that's a nice movie, and boy is it scary.
And then Dick Miller's in it again, as the same character,
Mr. Futterman,
who died.
Yeah,
he got crushed to death.
It was heavily implied that he died in the first movie. Yeah, there's a gremlin. There's a gremlin in my camp.
Him and his wife were in the second one.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're both just like visiting Billy and like just. I think they just wanted Dick Miller on set.
Yeah, come on. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
Oh, I love Dick Miller, but who doesn't like Dick Miller? But I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just trying to think. The Mogwai, Gizmo.
I love how unique it is. You know?
Oh yeah,
and it moves around, articulates like an actual like animal. Like it's just like it just feels like it's there. You know. Yeah. That's the magic of practical effects right there. You know.
But why do that when you do CG? It makes it easier.
It looks better. It looks better. I swear to God, I saw a video about like why Davy Jones looks so good. Just speaking of CGI. And there was like a bunch of these reasons. I was like, oh, that makes sense. And I'm just like, never got better than that. Never got better.
No.
2007, right? I don't know. 2006.
When you're working with a new thing, you get more creative.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and also, I mean, the modern state of animators who work in CG are like
not paid enough.
Yeah, they're like, you got like half a week to finish this shot. Close enough. That's modern CG. It's like close enough. That's why Avatar 2 took 9 years to do,
because he wanted to do it like just right.
Yeah, like he didn't want to rush it. He's like, but nowadays it's like, this movie's out next week. Do it.
Shit.
But I love, because in the original script, I think Gizmo was Stripe.
You were telling me about that. Yeah.
Stripe character, and of course it was Spielberg who's like, we gotta sell toys.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
this was like in the era of the Ewoks.
I don't think it was that. I think
they need like some sort of emotional attachment to the Mogwai. Yeah,
like Gizmo's the good one.
Gizmo's the good one. Yep.
Yeah. But
also the movie has its own mascot now, so
yeah, and also, oh my goodness, I'm sorry,
but no problem.
For commenters who know this, I told Noah about this. I swear to God, I heard somewhere there's like a deleted scene where like the Gremlins killed the dog, Barney. I swear, I've heard this. I don't know if this is.
I don't think it's true because it's built into the plot that Barney went to his grandmother's.
Yeah, I maybe that was like a version of the script that was.
Yeah, maybe a version of the script.
I think the script was darker and they made it lighter. But
they made it lighter. Yeah.
I heard that. Tell me if I'm wrong. I probably am.
It's a lot more lighter tone than I remembered it being in the past, seeing it before. Because when you see this as a movie of this ilk, when you're a kid, it seems like the most intense thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like watching with like I remember like I was like 8 watching with like older kids, and they were like, "Oh, this is kind of weird and scary. I don't like this." It was the plow scene.
Oh,
where
the
they were
plow.
going to the
Aw.
there's a gremlin in my cab. And I had a big smirk on my face.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
like, "Oh, this is weird and creepy. I don't like this."
Or I think. Well, I will say that the 2 films we watched for this episode both have really unlikable old people.
Yes, Mrs. Deagle.
And Mr.
Morning.
Potter.
Good morning, Mrs. Deagle. What's good about it? Oh,
I will say Billy's a better man than me. Because if I'm at work and someone says, "I want to kill your dog,"
you'd
I
lash
would
out, yeah.
I would take that snowman head and smash it over her face and then beat her to death.
I don't want money. I want your dog.
And it's not even like I want your dog put down. It's like I'm gonna kill it slowly and painfully.
I was like, I'll put in the spin dryer on high heat, and the other guy's like, "I'll do it all right."
Like, and the second, so there's a part where he thinks she tried to kill Barney because like he finds him.
Yeah.
I thought that second time she does it, she goes to work and starts threatening the dog again. I thought he was gonna lash out and it's like, "You dumb old bitch, you." I mean, I would have.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge dog person, so like immediately, it's like.
There's 2 actors from Fast Times at Ridgemont High in this movie. Phoebe Cates.
Yes.
And the other guy who plays like the second in command at the bank, you know?
She's so pretty.
Yeah, she's really
She has a very nice voice.
She does, yeah. And the other guy is like the guy was like, "You putz." And he's like, making
that
fun
guy.
of them. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was like my favorite character in Fast Times. He was Brad Hamilton.
Okay.
He was he's the guy who goes, "Sir, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna kick 100% of your ass."
I've never seen.
Fast Times is great. We should probably watch that sometime.
Okay.
It's also part of it takes place during Christmas, so
Maybe next year.
maybe next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's Gremlins is a weird movie to talk about. Cause
It
it's
is.
It's a
It's a mishmash of genres. You
it's
know?
just
There's
wonderful
1 minute
stuff.
There's 1 minute they're watching It's a Wonderful Life, you know?
Mhm.
Next minute they're watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's like, it could have been so easy to make this take place around Halloween time.
Yeah.
It could have been so easy.
I'm glad
they
they
chose
did.
to make it clash the Looney Tunes escapades of monster madness
Yeah.
mixed in with this, like, the cool, like, I love like set designs of like Christmas movies when they're done well. This is one of the best examples. Some of my favorite examples are Black Christmas and this. No, seriously, like with the lights and stuff, it looks beautiful.
It looks
you know?
Christmassy.
Yeah,
It's just ironic that the 2 best examples are the
most
scary
like
ones.
yeah.
But
I like how like one like certain websites call something a cult movie. Bullshit. It made a ton of money at the box office.
yeah, cult movie means it didn't make money.
Yeah, it's like
This movie made a
buttload of money.
I mean, there's a lot of complaining about it, but it made a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's
Speaking,
like, oh.
speaking of
Yes.
disturbing children, what did you think of the Santa Claus speech about her dead dad?
I thought I was talking with Brett about this. Like he was like that seems random as fuck. And I was just like, yeah, but it's kind of set up at the beginning. Like it's kind of set up with one of like it does.
It's
it does
set up with the opening
It
wrist
could have
line.
been a little bit eased. It could have been eased a little bit more into it. But for what it is, it's fine. It's
There's
fine.
also
it's part of the
ending
movie's
to
charm.
the arc. Like it's not like she's
There's no
she's
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was like,
yeah.
oh, she's gonna find the spirit of Christmas. No,
It's not like the Al Powell character arc where he's like, I shot a kid, I've never drawn my gun on anybody ever again, and he kills Carl. You know,
Yeah.
that's the completion of his character arc.
yeah, this is just like
Phoebe Cates doesn't get that.
also, listen, 2 things. Number 1, your dad was the idiot. Okay.
Yeah, he
Don't climb down a
we
chimney.
were always like, well, your dad's a fucking moron trying to climb
Also,
down a chimney.
Did he not tell his wife he was going to do this?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
It's like, how did she not know?
yeah,
So, like, that's not Christmas's fault. That's your dad's fault.
yeah. Come on.
God rest his soul or whatever.
I believe it's just like the association with Christmas would just open up those old wounds, you know.
Right. And I get, or like she's
I've
like,
had-
or open up the wrist. Like
I've
she
had
says. That's
when people are opening up their presents, other people are opening up their wrists.
it's like, damn.
I've had like traumatic experiences where like association with like what you would do in those scenarios would open those wounds. Like I used to be part of a D&D group that ended abruptly for reasons.
Okay.
And I have negative associations with D&D now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Same with Christmas with Phoebe Cates' character. You know?
And I get it. when was she 7 or 8 when that
She
happened?
was like, she said she was like 8 or something.
Yeah,
probably.
if I saw my decomposing carcass of my dad in a Santa Claus costume being dragged out of a chimney, I'd probably have problems too.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like...
It could have been more gracious about how it was implemented in the movie.
Yeah, I wish they gave her, like...
An actual arc, yeah.
Like, if she just likes Christmas again or something. Or,
yeah.
But it's just like...
It'd be hard to make that arc possible with the crazy shit that happens on Christmas Eve in this movie, though.
Like, even, like, at the end when, like, they're all back home, safe and sound after the whole shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just have her, like, help decorate the tree or something.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That's
some-
true, yeah.
Just, like, a little... Like, you don't need to, like... I found the spirit of
I
Christmas.
found the spirit of Christmas.
It's like Santa flies by, like, Dad?
That didn't sound... That sound didn't sound sad. That sounded glad.
Just a Grinch.
It came...
I mean,
it
Chuck
came
Jones
just
is in
the
this
same.
movie.
Yeah, Yes!
Great
the
cameo.
man himself, Chuck Jones, was in this... He made a cameo in this movie. Where he's like... He's telling Billy his drawing of Miss Deagle as a dragon. Like,
I didn't realize that was Miss Deagle until this time.
He pointed that out. I never noticed that, dude.
Yeah, like he's defending like a boob, like a girl in a bikini from her or
Yeah.
something. But I mean, Joe Dante always had a love for Chuck Jones, including his first film, like the high school is called Chuck Jones High, or no, it's
Really?
called Charles Jones High.
Really?
Or something like
what was
that.
What was that first movie though? I don't know what.
It was something to do with
Piranha?
Alien. No, like his first bigger move, like
The Howling.
no, it was like, was it after Gremlins? It was some like aliens come down and they're like, they're like, it was one of those films like it was cut off, like they were still filming. It's like, okay, whatever you have now, it's done. You're done. So like, but like I remember it was something about aliens or something. I don't know.
I feel like Joe Dante is one of those. As successful as his career was, he always seemed to be in the shadow of other great directors. He made, let's think about this. He made, Piranha, which is like a parody of Jaws. Well, sort of like a kind of like a thing where it's like, okay, it's Jaws, but with piranhas, Spielberg. And then he did, The Howling, a really good werewolf movie. Mm-hmm. What came out the same year? American Werewolf in London. It's just
made by sociopath.
Made by
John Landis.
sociopath, fucking asshole John Landis.
Dick.
Yeah, fuck him. And then like in '84 he made Gremlins, really good, nice, cool movie.
Steven Spielberg presents Gremlins.
Well, no, but that's true. Temple of Doom came out that summer.
Okay.
So it's just like he was always like in the shadows though.
Yeah.
And then Back in Action. I don't remember what he did in the night. Well, Gremlins 2 obviously, but
Right.
like Back in Action was like his last studio film. He told me.
Yeah, it was one of those.
It's
It was a
unfortunate.
nightmare.
It's unfortunate how his career ended like in that kind of a whimper.
He's still making stuff. It's just like
but
on
like
his own.
not his own. Yeah,
Like-
not like big studio stuff.
It is a shame.
It's a shame that like his career kind of went on a downward trajectory.
Yeah.
It's kind of like John Carpenter, where he was dealing with like a little bit like John Carpenter, where he was dealing with like the Hollywood system and how he became eventually disillusioned and pissed off by it, and so just left.
Yeah.
Didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah. It's a shame, but at least we got Gremlins.
We got Gremlins,
That's okay.
We got Gremlins, we got The Howling, we got Piranha.
Gremlins 2.
Gremlins 2.
Looney Tunes back in action.
Yeah.
Which
we
the best
argue is better than Space Jam.
It's not an argument.
It is better than Space Jam.
Literally.
The Roman from Robot Monster makes an appearance in Back in Action. It
And a
automatically
Dalek.
makes it better than Space Jam.
And like the animation's better. Like the humor feels like actual Looney Tunes instead of just.
I feel like it's a good second feature to Roger Rabbit, even though Roger Rabbit is like a 5 out of 5. Like amazing, perfect feat of special effects and animation.
Yeah. Well,
But Back in Action is just a fun.
Back in
little
Action was ruined just because like the studios kept making them change it. Like the final climax was meant to take place earlier in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, like them flying into space. This is spoilers now for Back in Action, but like at the end, where like when Bugs and Daffy are like being chased by Marvin the Martian. That was supposed to take place like during like the Area 51 part.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like supposed to fly through canyons in this spaceship. It's like, can you move that to the end and also change this joke and this joke and this joke? It's like, we're animating it.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. But Yeah.
We'll get to Back in Action at one point.
I hope so. It's hard to get the Blu-ray. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Because of course it is.
And it's hard to recommend it when it's hard to get your hands on anyway.
Yeah.
So
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday, but yeah.
What did you rate Gremlins?
4.5.
I think I gave it the same thing.
Yep, you gave it a 4.5. Yep, it's a great Looney Tunes romp.
Oh, excuse me.
From the great people at WB themselves.
I'm gonna get mad. It hurts. It
Yeah. But yeah, at least we had this movie.
Yeah, we do.
A great send up of classic monster, of B monster movies and Looney Tunes cartoons. What more could you ask for? And it's a Christmas movie, so
yeah,
it's wonderful.
Although there's that one dancing thing you don't like.
Sure, yeah, we can bring that up. There's just I thought the part in the bar where it's just like this. There's a section in the movie where it's like, okay, insert Gremlins antics.
Yeah,
and they were just doing whatever the fuck, the bar scene in particular was they just went off the chain with a female gremlin before Gremlins 2, but it was just it was an actual.
I think she was wearing Mrs. Deagle's clothes,
which I believe because it had the wig and everything, but it was, a gremlin in drag, the moody. The flasher gremlin, the moody gremlin,
the gremlin who's just drinking,
and his belly gets inflated, and there's the flash dance gremlin, which I'm not a huge fan of because I keep going back to it. I'm just fucking just get off the story. I get it.
I don't know what that is. So when you pointed it out, I was like, oh, I thought
it's
it was
the
just
song where Maniac show the
oh, is that the one with the lady that pulls the chain?
Yep.
Why did they do that? That'd be funnier.
But
yeah, it's just. What can you say?
Whatever. That's a small complaint, though.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie. Check it out.
Hell yeah.
Which I assume you have, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next movie.
Yes. My pick.
Yes.
I cried.
Because it's a wonderful... Because it is, indeed, a wonderful life.
Yeah.
I feel like you're more the expert, because I've only seen this movie 3 times in my life. So
does that include this watch?
This one, yep.
Okay, so this is your 3rd watch.
Yep.
Okay. So it's a film.
Yep. It's a film. It's a film about family. It is. Yeah.
It's about
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
It's about George Bailey, who played by the great Jimmy Stewart. And it's more or less his whole life. Mm-hmm. So it's about him losing hope on Christmas Eve, and basically, it starts off when he's young. He had a big idea. I'm gonna go and see the world. I'm gonna build skyscrapers and do this and do that. He doesn't. He stays in his little shitty town of Bedford Falls, which seems like a really nice place.
Honestly,
I don't. I mean, so
it's holding up those It's like one of those it's like the Wizard of Oz thing where it's what are you looking for is no further than your own back door,
Yeah, but at least with Oz, she got to see magical shit.
Yeah, that's true.
George just gets
she went over the rainbow, man.
Yeah, and so his dad. No, what's his dad's name? Oh my god, I should know this.
Well, I mean, his dad, I forget his
Peter
name.
Bailey.
Peter Bailey, okay.
So he runs the Bailey loans and. The Bailey Savings and Loans building. Mm-hmm. George has a kind of a resentment of it because after his dad died,
he had to take over.
Yeah, he didn't want to. And it's funny because he sees his brother do everything he wanted to do in life. His brother's football star, married, rich, gets decorated by the president, and he has a pretty good life. Yeah. He's okay.
It has its ups and downs.
Yeah, he has a hot wife. 4 kids who seem pretty great. He seems to have a positive-ish attitude. He's a little bitter about life, but who isn't?
Yeah.
But then, through his idiot uncle.
Yeah. God.
His business is basically kaput, and he's going to get arrested and sent to prison with scandal. So he attempts to kill himself, but before he meets Clarence the Angel, who shows him a world where he wouldn't have been born, and it sucks.
Yep.
So he appreciates life, He comes back to life, and he lives happily ever after.
Yeah. I feel like the film itself, well, it's a lot of build-up.
Yes.
What you described is like a third of the movie. Not putting out of discussion like the whole thing where it's like it pretty much talks about his whole life before that point, you know. I like the little moments in the movie. There was some like I was having a battle in my head about this movie where it's like, do I like or not like the old-fashioned values of this movie? And I was just like, fuck it, you know. I was like, if I were not to like it, you know, I'd be like, I'd be no better than like Mr. Potter. It'd be like sentimental hogwash, you know.
I mean, what are the old values?
Well, just like, you know, settling down, having a wife and kids, you know, staying where you are, you know, developing houses for like, it's an Americana thing where it's like houses lined up. This was like, I have to think about the time. I had to think about the context in which this movie was made. It was post like a year after World War II. Yeah. So people just wanted to get back to this place of normalcy. Yeah, they wanted to see. This movie reflected that, you know. Yeah. So for what it was, it served its purpose, and it did it very fucking well, you know.
But I like it. It's not saying that going out and achieving your dreams is bad.
No, of course not. It's just saying that, like, yeah, you go ahead.
Sometimes you just don't. Yeah. Like, life gets in the like some like if you think about what led to him being there, like if his dad didn't die of a stroke, if his brother didn't get married off in college, or he didn't lose his hearing in his ear, he could have gone to war. It's like little events in his life led to him not being able to follow his dreams. And it's not, to me, it's not so much about like, to me, it's about more that every life is important. Yeah. Like, it's not so much. It matters, yeah. It's important to know, like,
how much to appreciate have an effect on people.
Yeah, but, like, when you see the world, like, George basically gave everyone a house.
Yeah. Oh, like, yeah.
He made everyone's life better except Mr. Potter's. But
yeah.
That guy.
You have to think about, I had to think about just, like, it's less about ideals and more about just human emotion. You know, how this guy had an effect on everybody around him, mainly in a positive way, you know?
Yeah. James Stewart, I think, should have won an Oscar for this film.
We'll get to like the whole fallout of this movie, but
I mean, I'm just trying to think of what to say about it.
It's a movie that like escapes words sometimes. Yeah, it's a film that I love certain shots in the movie that are amazing. Like there's like some certain points where I'm just like this. There was like the backdrop stuff where it's like this guy went to war. I love that stuff. It's not great, but it's like it wasn't like a huge budget. They did what they could with it, you know. And I'm like, oh, I really appreciate that stuff, you know, more than the regular person would. And I love like certain like there's like when he goes to the house, like it's all decrepit and dilapidated. Yeah. And like the shadows are shining in from the house, so it's like they're silhouettes. I love that stuff. Oh, yeah. And that just goes to show it was a different time in which it was made. Not so much about like Frank Capra. I guess just from watching this film, just knew how to make a good looking film. You know, with the snow falling, it's just like everything just feels just like it's so iconic. You know,
I every time I watch like the final part with the snow, I feel bad for the actors.
Oh really?
That was filmed during the summer.
Oh really?
During a heat wave.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this film won one Oscar. It was because of the snow.
Oh.
So before that, snow was done with painted corn chips.
Okay.
Which would ruin the audio, but like Frank Capra wanted better snow. So it's like there's a formula or something, and like so that's the one Oscar it got. It's like like a technical achievement. Okay. But it was nominated for a bunch of others. But
okay.
Yeah, my favorite line in the film is, so later on you find out that Harry Bailey, George's brother, died when he was 9 because George wasn't there to save him. Yeah, and it's like, that's a lie. Harry Bailey went to war. He saved every man in that transport. Every man in that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save him because you weren't there to save Harry.
Yeah, I love how he says it too. You weren't there to save Harry. You know, it's like
I get chills every time because it's like, like, you had a wonderful life.
Yeah,
and
You go ahead.
It's like you made everyone's life like. Imagine if your wife had to be a librarian.
Yeah, that was like come on.
Which this is based on a short story. In the original, like she was married to like an abusive husband.
Oh wow!
It's like why didn't she just do that? Well, not like
it seemed
like
that's a little bit extreme for this type of movie.
It could have been Sam Winwright, the hee-haw guy, because like George got him rich basically with his idea. Because it's only mentioned in the background where like George gave him an idea of like to make plastic with beans or something like with,
yeah.
So like the idea where like if he wasn't there, Sam wouldn't have gotten rich, and like Mary's mom wanted her to marry Sam Winwright. So they did something with that.
That could have made sense. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Oh my God.
But it's not as horrifying as a librarian.
A librarian with glasses.
Disgusting. But
and tied up hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was watching this movie about like the chronicle of a man's life. I couldn't help but think about Citizen Kane. Mm-hmm. And just like all the technical achievements involved with that. Mm-hmm. I think I like this movie better.
Yeah.
I have to revisit Citizen Kane because I've seen it. I saw it a long time ago.
I've seen Citizen Kane way too much. I've seen it like 9 times.
Wow. Was it just like in classes or just like on your own behalf?
Make a long story short, my old high school came up with this new system of like...
Oh yeah, you told me about this. Yeah, preach, dude. Preach.
So like my high school is like, for 30 minutes you get to be in like a mini class. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, give me the option for study hall, maybe. Like, just let me study. So like there's one guy who would show movies. Uh-huh. Like, okay, I like movies, as you know. Yeah. So like I kept signing up, but like he would only show Citizen Kane.
Oh my God.
So like I've seen it, like, God damn it, I get it. Can we watch something else? Uh-huh. It's like, you're not even supposed to be in this class this many times. It's like, well, nothing else seems interesting. Mm-hmm. So it was like, but...
So you probably got like fatigue from Citizen Kane, I guess.
I wonder what Rosebud is. Is it a symbolism for his lost childhood because the money corporation of America took away his innocence because his mother wanted a better life, but he made his life worse by making him sad and lose all his love?
Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life is better. It's so much more enjoyable. It's not even coming from a sentimental idea. Because obviously Citizen Kane is much more nihilistic. Yeah, but it's a cautionary tale. It's a cautionary tale. I guess they're two different breeds. Yeah. I'd have to revisit it just to compare and contrast. But.
Yeah, Citizen Kane's a good movie.
Of course.
But like Wonderful Life, I'd rather watch a film that makes me appreciate life than one that makes me depressed.
It depends on the time of day, I guess, for me.
Yeah, but
because I was watching 2001 and I was just like, it was a transcendental experience, that movie. Yeah. So it's neither negative or positive. It's just fact. It's just open. It's kind of, that movie. Watching it is kind of like opening up your third eye a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, but
yeah, It's a Wonderful Life it's a wonderful movie.
It is. It's
play on the TV in Gremlins where she's like,
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight?
That does stuck in our head. It was just like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's
a good song though.
I found something out that's interesting. So the Martini family, you know the part where they're like moving into your new house, get the goat in the car. Yeah. Apparently it's based on Frank Capra's family.
Oh, really?
He's also Italian.
Oh, really?
And Capra in Italian means goat.
Oh.
So the goat, literally, when they that's Capra.
Nice. Yeah,
so I found that's pretty neat.
So I seen, on November 1st of this year, I saw another Frank Capra movie he made before this, Arsenic and Old Lace. Mm-hmm. It's a great movie. I gave it 4 stars, though, only because it just felt... I feel a little bit off about giving it 4 stars. No, not really, actually. But, like, okay. I feel like it's just because it felt a little far-fetched. Like, even for a farce, it felt far-fetched, where it's like these characters are just, like, would not act this way in a certain situation,
I've never seen it.
They would be a little bit more aware of what they're doing if what they're doing they know is wrong, and it's like, they don't know about the consequences. It just seemed all over the place for that stuff. Right. This is just, like... consistently amazing.
Yes. Even like there's some editing mistakes.
Yeah, who cares?
I love that.
I love that too. Yeah, where Clarence disappears in the police officer's arm. Like, yeah, I love that.
Not even that. Like, there's parts like it just cuts to like a different.
Oh yeah, different shot. Yeah,
it's like it's the same framing. It's just slightly.
It's just slightly different. Yeah, I was just like.
Or the part. There's my favorite acting from Jimmy Stewart is when he's at the bar praying. Mm-hmm. that was like him truly, because like Jimmy Stewart was in the war.
He was in the war, yeah.
You know, like that was him using his actual emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank Capra just had a medium shot of that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to do it again, so like in post he like artificially made it go close. That's why it's not perfectly in focus, because like it's just like artificially getting closer because you want to get the whole
yeah.
Oh God, into the praying. Mm-hmm. I like. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the I told you this like last semester, but it's like it's the one Christmas movie I can watch any time of year.
Wow.
Well, first of all, it's barely like the last
like
part is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, the last like third of it is a Christmas movie. Yeah.
But it's like if I'm ever depressed, I was like, yeah, I'll check out It's a Wonderful Life, and it always peps me up.
No, I got advice for you. Never watch Exorcist 3.
Oh, I love Exorcist 3.
Oh, you've seen it?
Of course.
Oh, okay. So then
It's
taint
a
your
wonderful life.
It's a wonderful life, in fact. Oh yeah, because you love Brad Dourif's performance.
Oh, I got
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that film is definitely nihilistic, but
yeah, and it's using It's a Wonderful Life as like a juxtaposition against that.
Yeah, so it's not like they're saying. I don't think there's anything that could really ruin It's Wonderful
Not
Life.
even Exorcist 3. Okay.
No, like
cool.
Even if I found out like someone like Jimmy Stewart was an asshole or something, like
whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like he's dead.
Yeah.
But like I love Donna Reed in this movie.
Yeah, Donna Reed's great.
She's stunning.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, like, she is.
Oh my God, I always forget.
I don't know. It's her and Angie Dickinson for me.
Oh yeah, like I don't blame George.
Yeah.
No, sir. And like, I like how calculated she is.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like when she makes the wish, she's like, what'd you wish for, Mary? And she goes, well, from the gals, what you coming?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Or like that whole walking home from the dance is my favorite scene. Why don't you kiss her already and get it over with?
That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Youth is wasted on the wrong
Youth
people.
is wasted on the wrong people.
Or like, she's in the bush. It's like, oh, I don't know, because like she'd probably be on my side. Yeah, it was like, it's just funny. It's just it's. Jimmy Stewart should have won an Oscar for this movie.
Yeah, honestly, one of the best performances I've seen from this era.
Yeah, it's.
I know I've seen like a few movies from the '40s that were like mainstream because I've only seen like Universal monster stuff.
Yeah,
just like B stuff. B
like,
grade stuff.
Oh my God, it's a monster! Oh my God.
Yeah, but like seeing this, really it transcends the time it was made.
I don't know how this got made.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I
don't know how it didn't make money, dude.
Well, first, it's based on a Christmas card no one had.
Oh, okay.
I told you that, where it's like, it's based on a Christmas card.
I didn't know that nobody had parts.
Well, like 200 copies were made.
Wow. Oh, yeah, because he handed out to his friends and stuff.
Yeah, and like, so like, the final act of this film is that story. Like, the first backstory stuff is made up, but like the actual like angel coming down.
It's like the Roger Corman Raven stuff, where it's like a little bit of it is the Raven.
Yeah, and then, but like, if you watch this film, like I told you, it's like the bad guy gets away with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it defied a lot of Hays Code stuff.
Yeah, like when he's running through the town looking at stuff, like there's like scantily clad women painting. Like
yeah.
Like that's like.
It's insane.
I guess the fact it was showing it was bad.
That kind of did it. Yeah.
Yeah. But like even I think Jimmy Stewart says "damn" at one point.
Yeah. I thought he said "God damn it" at one point, but
that's what I thought. But it's one of those like I think that kind of that whole era is a sad time for movies, just because.
Yeah, it was leading to the 50s, which was one of the most bland, boring, drab experiences.
Golly gee willikers.
Yeah. Oh God. And the 60s happened. And it was like, holy shit!
Fucking stab you in the fucking face.
No. Just like the intensity of like the filmmaker's passion during the 60s, the French New Wave, just like all the great Japanese filmmakers, you know. American cinema. It was just like, holy fucking shit. The 60s was fucking crazy for movies. Oh my God.
Yeah. The history of film is
a series of ups and downs.
Yeah, it's kind of like a turn. It kind of just repeats
itself. It repeats itself. When do you think we're going to get to the good part?
I don't know. A24 is kind of...
A24 is coming back. There was a dark time where it was like, I want to say like 2007 to like 2014. I'd say it was a dark time.
Right now it's pretty dark.
In general, yeah, it's coming. Yeah,
right now is the dark time.
2023 was a relatively good year for movies.
Unless they're writing it off as tax.
Yeah, it's like it's not great. It's not in terms of the movies that were released.
Yeah.
But we also had to factor in the ones that weren't. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the future of movies is very
scary.
It's very scary. If I'm being frank, yeah.
It makes me wanting to be one makes it scary because it's like I just finished my magnum opus. All right, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like what? It's gone forever.
I feel like what we need to take away from what's happening with all that stuff is that
Fuck David Zaslav.
Art is meaningful, and
yes,
you know, if it's just you can't compromise art for money, even if it means like. I feel like a movie is when a movie is made, if it's like whether you think it's good or bad, deserves to be shown to people.
Yes. And
the fact that it can just be thrown away to make somebody more money in their pocket is disgusting to me.
Yeah.
If I really want to get down to it.
David Zaslav is just Mr. Potter.
Yeah, he's Mr. Potter. Yeah.
It's like
so just really just support art.
Yes.
You know, just. Support art you love. It doesn't even have to be movies. Just
doesn't even have to be good.
It's human expression.
Yes,
and no computer or like amount of yes men can really
change it.
Can change that. You know, art comes from the heart.
Art comes from the heart. That'd be a good T-shirt.
Yeah,
but it's the one. Like for example, you saw me at the end of this film.
Yep,
I was crying.
Yep,
I was trying not to sob because it's like when that song comes on, oh man, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone can watch this film and not get emotional unless you're a psychopath.
I watched it in the theater a long time ago, like in Baraboo, the Al Ringling Theater. And before they showed it, they did a little Charlie Brown thing where two kids dressed as like Charlie Brown and Linus did the whole like, can anybody tell me what Christmas is about?
Oh, yeah, that's so cute.
The kid who was Linus did the whole thing perfectly.
Damn.
He was like, Jesus Christ the Lord. You know, it's just like, that's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. and then they went back in the curtain, and then the movie started.
Buffalo
It was amazing. It was so cool, but
my question to you is, why is this not in the Criterion Collection?
I don't know. It seems like it deserves to be in it.
It should be.
Yeah.
I don't even know who owns the rights anymore.
No, we figured that out. It was Republic Pictures.
My question: what the fuck is Republic Pictures?
Exactly. It's like when Halloween is owned by Compass International or Trancas or whatever the fuck.
It's like,
you know, it's just some like it's like that's their one key to like monetary gain. You know, is that one movie.
I think it definitely deserves to be in the Criterion.
It does.
If movies like
Jellyfish Eyes.
I don't know what that is, but
it's terrible. It's bad.
I take your word, but this is one of my favorites. It's I think easily top 15, maybe top 10.
Okay. Of all time.
Of all time, easily. It's easily my favorite Christmas movie. Maybe the 51 version of Scrooge.
Okay.
Which is like the anti-Potter.
Which actor is that one?
Hallister Slim.
Oh, okay.
And also, have you seen the...
I feel like I've seen that one.
Yeah, that one makes me cry too. Have you seen the animated short film of A Christmas Carol?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to send you... I want you to watch that over winter break before Christmas because...
Gotcha.
It's the first TV special to win the Oscar for Best Animated Short.
Holy shit.
It was produced by Chuck Jones.
Oh, fuck.
It was directed by the guy who did the animation for Roger Rabbit.
Well, shit, man. I gotta watch this.
It was made to look like the drawings in the book.
Okay.
So it's really trippy.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It includes the best part of the book, where it's like, the ghost of Christmas person says to Scrooge, all right, we're going to go see the true meaning of Christmas. They fly to like a coal miner's place where it's like, old people are just singing, God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing... And they go to like a lighthouse, which is two guys... God rest ye merry gentlemen. They're alone.
Yeah.
It goes to a ship, like guy steering, like, nothing you dismay. I'm getting chills right now, but it's like the idea of Christmas is not about presents. It's about just like being hopeful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. But so I'm gonna send you. It's on YouTube for free if you want to watch it. But like some of the best animation for a TV special ever.
Yeah.
But That's what I like about my favorite Christmas movies are the hopeful ones. Like I love me some Billy in the Attic. I love me some Gremlins throwing the cat lady out a window.
Yeah.
I enjoy me some trying to think of Will Ferrell.
Guy in a Santa suit chopping guys' heads off.
Oh, I love it. A Garbage Day. I love it. I love
Garbage Day. Oh boy, I love a chase.
Or wasn't there a newer Christmas? Oh no, I was Thanksgiving, but I love me Christmas horror film. I love Christmas comedies like Elf and all that. But to me, the true meaning of Christmas is hope. Not to sound like a wuss, but like trying to the Christmas Carol, A Wonderful Life. I'm trying to think of another good.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, I mean that's perfect too because Charlie Brown's the most depressed guy who ever was born. It's like, geez, Charlie Brown, why are you such a sad bitch? Why didn't you just enjoy?
Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
That's the most fucked up thing you can say.
Yeah.
Or just like to me. All right, I'm gonna ask you a question. What's the meaning of Christmas for you?
That's ooh. It means something different to everybody, and now I know what it means to me. That ain't the friggin' Christmas star. This ain't the friggin' Christmas star, Grizz. It's a light in the sewer treatment plant. Sewer gas. Don't drop that. No, it's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
But it holds true where it's like it means something different to everybody. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not about really. It's like I was just like. It's human to get excited about opening presents because it's just like
stuff.
There's that excitement,
I like stuff.
materials, But it's about like if you don't have anybody to share that with, that's very
sad.
Yeah. Even if you share Christmas with one other person, that's enough.
Yes. Or the hope of finding somebody.
I feel like Christmas is community.
Yes.
That's what it is.
And that's the end of this film. Where
Nobody wants to spend the holidays alone.
Nope. Like at the end of It's a Wonderful Life, they all come together to give him money. Even that douchey Sam Winwright gives him $25,000.
Yeah.
Like, you're an asshole, but at least you're nice, I guess.
Mm.
God, fucking guy. But
isn't he the guy that opened up the pool?
no, that was a different guy. That was a guy.
That was just some random dude.
Yeah, it was some random.
Okay.
That's a real place too. Like that.
Oh, wow.
That high school.
I want to
still
go
has
there.
it.
I want to go there.
It's like the Beverly Hills High School.
Shit. Well, I'm not going there.
There's only 2 locations from this film that still exist.
Oh wow.
There's the high school gymnasium, and the Martini House.
Huh.
Because the town of Beverly Falls was a set. That was a giant set.
Yeah.
Like that's gone.
That's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. But
speaking of sets, the set from Gremlins was repurposed for Back to the Future. So
yes, that was a year later.
Yep, that was a year later. Yep,
Yeah,
June
just add a
of,
clock
I believe
to the-
June of 1985. Yep.
Did they add the town hall, or is it just the
I
clock?
think they added the clock.
Yeah,
maybe,
the clock too.
or both town hall and the clock maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't see town hall in the Gremlins, so.
Okay. I mean, although one thing about Gremlins I didn't notice was the part where it's like the kid dressed up as a tree.
Yeah, Corey Feldman. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Corey Feldman, like the first kid.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until like this week, like, oh, that was Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Oh, or, yeah. Yippee Ki-Yay, motherfucker.
What would you give It's a Wonderful Life?
I give that bitch a 5. If I could give it a 6, I could.
Slap it with a 5, baby. Yeah.
Frank Capra's magnum opus.
It is his magnum opus, man.
That's what he said. Like, this is the best film I made.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and
And he's made movies with Cary Grant, so you know what? That's meaningful. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, James Stewart.
You done did it. You done did it again.
You did good, Hasselhoff.
You done. Ow.
What are your Christmas plans, Noah?
I'm gonna just watch some movies, write some Christmas plans. I'm gonna start working at Taco Bell again just to like get some money in my pocket.
Very festive.
Very festive, but it's actual Christmas related stuff. Just hang out with the family, watching some movies, hang around the Yuletide fire, and not worry about finals.
Yes, that is most important.
Yeah.
Because I know a bunch of your cousins coming over, right?
Yeah, just one.
Oh, I thought it was...
Just one cousin, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my Christmas, I'm going to hang out with the Pa
Mm-hmm. Nice.
and his wonderful family who gave me this great sweater.
Awesome.
It's a Hanukkah sweater.
Sweet. Oh, really? I thought it was Kwanzaa.
No, it's Hanukkah. It's got Hebrew letters on it.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. That was something over the last week. Like, people kept saying Happy Hanukkah. I was like, why do you keep saying?
Right.
Yeah. Hang out with Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch a bunch of Christmas carols.
Hell yeah.
I might watch the Muppet Christmas Carol.
That sounds like a good idea.
But your homework assignment
is to watch Krampus and A Christmas Carol. The TV.
You don't have to watch Krampus if you don't want to. But like the main thing is that
is
animated
Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll send you a link and you can watch it by the fire
Hell
in your
yeah.
house. And
that sounds awesome.
it's nuts. It's a very condensed version. I wish they could do a full feature, but they didn't.
Yeah.
But Chuck Jones was
things are the way they are, you know.
And
it is what it is.
Yeah, just anything you want for Christmas.
A Red Ryder action BB gun.
Oh, your favorite movie. We should talk about that.
We should talk about that. I'm not the biggest fan of Christmas Story. I'm fine with that because I found a better one, Black Christmas.
Okay.
We'll probably be talking about that one next year.
Yeah, my guess for next year, if I could guess your picks.
Okay.
Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Those
not
are
not 2, but the first one.
But 2 is basically the first one plus.
Well, the first one is actually like
a movie.
A movie, yeah.
Yeah, the second
not
one
like a cobbled together fucking thing where it's just like, oh, we have too much of a movie, so let's make another one.
I think next year I might go A Christmas Carol.
Okay, that sounds good. That's a good lineup.
Krampus.
Hell yeah.
Krampus.
But yeah.
Anything else to say?
Happy holidays, everybody. From Movie Goblins to your front door to your heart to your Christmas Yuletide heart.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And while you sign up, we should do the Charlie Brown thing.
See you guys.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.